All right, welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to talk about all the greatest things in the world that surrounds the world of professional wrestling. And we are rapidly running out of time. So let's go ahead and jump on into our fifth and final segment. We're going to talk about some wrestling news headlines, guys. It's been a pretty juicy day in terms of the world of breaking news in terms of the world of professional wrestling. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into it. First and foremost, we have The Rock and Lucy Liu looked absolutely phenomenal. They were shining on the red carpet with my man Chris Evans, Captain America, at what is it? What is the movie? Oh, I can't believe it. The red one? I think it was the red one. I can't believe I didn't write down the name of the movie. Wow, that was my bad part right there. Uh, it was held at the UCI Lux Mercedes Platz Sunday, November 3rd. Like I said, alongside with Chris Evans, the story plot of the movie you have Santa Claus being kidnapped. The Rock is the head of security. Chris Evans is well known world in the world as a bounty hunter. Obviously, in terms of the world of professional wrestling, this is badass. And just the holidays are coming around the corner. Sometimes it's fitting. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it does us so good to watch like one of those Hallmark channels. I got to be honest. You know, I don't know why, and I'll keep this brief. A little side story. I don't know why, but it seems like every single time I have like a dentist appointment or a doctor's checkup, it always happens around late November, early December. And on the TVs, you see the Hallmark channel, and you look at these movies, you're like, man, this is so stupid. This is terrible. Like you have these cheesy two characters who come together at the end of the movie who embrace the Christmas spirit and who fall in love with each other, and it's just all rainbows and unicorns at the end of the movie. Like you're like, dude, that's not real life, dude. These people are living in a fantasy. It's stupid. I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna watch this stupid crap. And then you start looking at your phone. And the moment you look at your phone, you're like, you pay attention to it, you keep glancing up, and you're like, holy crap, I'm invested in this movie. And like Christmas movies are magical. Go ahead and type me, your favorite Christmas movie inside the chat. With the obviously you have the faves, with the Christmas Story, and then you also have damn it, what's that? Elf. You have Elf with Will Ferrell. You have there's a lot of Christmas movies out there that actually aren't Christmas movies. You have Iron Man 3, which is technically a Christmas movie. You have what's the other Christmas? Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, which is technically known as a Christmas movie, which is actually kind of weird, but I love that movie as well. Christmas movies are awesome. I love Christmas movies, and I could just gets you in the mood, gets you in the mood to kind of embrace that Christmas spirit. Whether if you buy a fake tree or a real tree. In my family tradition, it's always about the real tree. You can buy a decent 5 footer for about 35, $40 at Walmart, Target, or Big Lots. But Big Lots is, I feel like, all over the world it's been kind of closed down. So, also Lowe's, Home Depot, make sure you guys find yourself the nearest Christmas tree outlet. And when is it appropriate to decorate for Christmas? When is it appropriate? Halloween just ended, about 7 days ago. So, it's still wildly up in the air, but, Christmas, I'm a huge Christmas guy. Obviously, I have kids. I feel like my personality, my, my aura, the excitement that I have around the holidays is reflected on the way my kids are going to handle it when they get older. And in terms of Christmas, it's very expensive. You have to push those credit cards to the limit, and then of course you're gonna have them calling you and be like, oh, Leah, you got a monthly bill due, so make sure you guys don't miss that. I don't know. Christmas is always great. Obviously, happy holidays to you guys, the viewers and your loved ones. Hope you guys are having a great, holiday, couple of months, Halloween. Hope you guys have great plans for Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas. All right, we have Pat McAfee wearing a Kane-inspired Halloween costume. I love this. I think that's dope as hell. Pat McAfee has been a WWE fan more than he has been an analyst. But no, I'm just kidding. No, he's been great. He's been literally exactly what WWE needed. You kind of needed that personnel, in terms of what what kind of standard does um does a figure in terms of the sports world, what could they do for you? And the fact that WWE, partnered up with Pat McAfee, when he was on WWE, it was awesome. He wrestled a couple times inside the ring. He was awesome. And now he hosts a sports show and stuff like that. And it's just, something that brings you attention. Clearly the definition of clearly of a beneficial relationship, WWE and Pat McAfee. Because, Pat McAfee is known in WWE, you know what I mean? And in WWE, when you see Pat McAfee, you tune into a show. It's kind of like a nice little beneficial relationship that these guys have had. And I, definitely think it's cool. Definitely think it's badass. And I think it's, 1,010% appropriate. Mark Davis of AEW has been cleared for in-ring competition. Can't wait to see what he has in store with his comeback. Recently, you saw two top WWE creative team members take a leave of absence, Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard, within the next couple of months, a couple of weeks, I think. And obviously, it's all, it's on the back of Triple H. Should be, I don't know if anywhere's going to take a dive. So, with the next couple episodes of Raw or SmackDown, if something happens and you're like, dude, that doesn't really make sense. And you'd be like, okay, it was because Michael Hayes was gone. As WWE fans, we need to have that out. We need to have that excuse. We need to have that, oh, that's why. Like, oh, that was a Vince McMahon move. I'd be like, oh, if Bruce Pritchard was there or Michael Hayes was there, that would have never happened. I'm just kidding. No. But overall, it's, kind of crazy. It's been decided that Adam Pearce has already designed next week's Monday Night Raw show to honor 10 years of the New Day. Mm, mm, kind of a recipe for disaster. Kind of a recipe for disaster. I feel like this is going to be the last time these guys are going to be featured together, even in an interview with, Big E talking about Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston breaking up. This is something that they need to do, especially with Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods he's in his 30s. Kofi's in his 40s. He needs to try he needs to try the singles market. But then again, if it just doesn't really add up well, like can he take on somebody like Ron Breaker and kind of kind of be that role that Jey Uso was to and be in terms of becoming a single star and loved by the fans. I don't think so right now. He's kind of viewed as a heel because of all the BS he's talking to Kofi Kingston and being the one to break up the New Day. So as a heel, can he win the Intercontinental Championship? I doubt it. Can he win the World Heavyweight Championship? I doubt it. This is something that WWE really needs to kind of take in consideration. Really needs to kind of be like, look, is this worth it? Can you separate the feeling? Can you Okay, the shock factor is awesome. Everybody in professional wrestling loves that shock factor. But at the end of the day, does the storyline make sense? And if it doesn't, sometimes like you kind of got to keep these guys together, but it should be fun out, should be kind of crazy. Interested to find out more. Roxanne Perez names herself, Cora Jade, Julia, and Stephanie Bakura as the future of WWE Women's Wrestling in NXT, the Four Horsewoman. And in recent news, we have WrestleMania 41. We have a backup plan. We have a backup plan right now. The Rock has not been confirmed yet in terms of WrestleMania 41, which is going to take place in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to see, Roman Reigns take on Cody Rhodes, take on The Rock in a triple threat match for the WWE Undisputed Championship. But I guess their backup match is round 3 between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Both of them hold, a victory each. So that's bad. That's bad for a backup plan. All right, next we have legendary Mayuko Satomura announces her retirement. She challenges Bailey to a match, for her retirement match. Should be pretty badass in Tokyo this summer. She's been in the wrestling industry for over 30 years. Her last match has been announced at April 29th, 2025. Definitely, I would be so excited to see that. Ricochet and Samantha Irving finally speak on why, why they ultimately left WWE. It's exactly what you guys thought. No pettiness here. Samantha Irving, she never really wanted to get into ring announcing. She wanted to be that like a Paul Heyman, manager, kind of figure. She started off, training to become a superstar, and then she was kind of stuck behind a desk, and you all know how that feels. They like you, you're too prominent, you're too worthy, you're too valuable to promote. So Samantha Irving was, she was speculating on quitting even before Ricochet did. And Ricochet, he just said, AEW had a lot of plans that could ultimately open up a character, which is 1,010% too. The two have two women, not two women. They they have two children together, and Samantha Irving wants to, be them. She wants to drop them off and pick them up at school, help them with their homework. Make dinner. She wants to, pack their lunches. She wants to help them with their homework. She wants to be that overall mother and also work on her musical career. And, nothing really of a surprise, but, you know, they said, as, you kind of grow out of it, you kind of get older. And, that's the reason why Samantha Irving quit abruptly. That's the reason why Ricochet was so committed to AEW because he's over there. He's better paid. He has better bookings. He has better spots. He has better matches. He has a better future in AEW. And, something that as a couple, and I knew this in the back of my mind. I was like, you know what? They're a couple. They're doing, sometimes you take a job to be like, okay, I gotta worry about my family. You know what I mean? So, not really surprised that this was the case, but happy for them. Happy for them. Zilla Fatu becomes the first ever champion of this groundbreaking new promotion. He won in Chicago, defeated Teenage Moose, and just kind of taking that into perspective. Teenage Moose he's Teenage Moose. He's crazy. He's the leader of the system. Not really a guy you can kind of be like, oh, you just defeated a moose. Dude, that's cool. This makes a big deal. This is a really, really big deal. This shows as a, when Rikishi spoke on his podcast, he said that, Zila is not ready to debut in WWE because he's not experienced enough. Going toe to toe with a guy like, the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion Moose is, that's a big catch. Right now, they're highly running Zilla Fatu. They are preparing him for a WWE entrance, for a WWE debut during this, Bloodline Civil War that's going to happen at Survivor Series. So this means something. This is great. He's the fourth rope champion, House of Glory, Crown Jewel champion, and Reality champion. He's won 3 championships already, and he's just continuing to impress and impress and impress. And right now, WWE's like, you know what? You show us that you're ready to debut on this roster, and we will make you a superstar. Obviously, heading into Survivor Series, Hikuleo has been on the back burner for so long. He was signed with WWE and on the WWE main roster page for about like a cool 3 to 4 months. It's crazy. Well, not 3 to 4 months, right? Like, probably like 3. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast. Hope you guys had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for more content and updates. And like I always say, if I have not made you a wrestling fan by now, we have a whole bunch of other podcasts you guys should definitely check out. You guys should definitely talk. These podcasts are just like this. We encourage a lot of audience engagement. Our success is built on, not us like getting out, be like, man, dude, I totally killed that podcast. Like, I did so good spitting out a whole bunch of facts. No, for me, I just, I love the chats. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And when I don't really get a lot of audience engagement, I'm like, damn it, maybe I could have done something different. Like, maybe I could have had a subject that was more inviting to the audience. So, definitely, hit up that chat if you guys want me to work on something, criticism, feedback is a gift. Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity. Hope you guys had an amazing Wednesday, gearing up for an amazing Thursday. Full of Ring of Honor and TNA. Make sure you guys tune into that. Hope you guys tune into AEW Dynamite and NXT. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast on the GSMC Sports Network tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We can talk about it. Stay beautiful, and of course, always love you.